Salibonani, Makadi, hello and welcome to my channel, Kaya's Gogo. My name is Spongile and I'm sharing with you my journey back to the motherland. I'm in Zimbabwe. I'm in a city called Bulawayo, the city of kings and queens, beautiful city, and I am loving every moment of being here. So, as I had promised, I would share with you about shipping and the journey of my belongings and what happened. Anyway, we were supposed to have been here sometime in May, but because of the pandemic, all the travel arrangements had to change abruptly. We ended up having to store our goods and having to go back to retrieve the goods and put them on the container for shipping in July. So around the middle of July, we went back to California and got our goods onto the container, and off the container went to Long Beach, awaiting its transportation to Africa. The story is rather long, so I'm going to briefly give you a summary of what happened. If you need more details about the journey and all the other information pertaining to shipping, send me an email, kayasgogo@gmail.com. Then maybe I can answer some of your questions if you have any. So after the container was picked up in the middle of July, I think about a couple of days after the container was picked, we got a call from the shipping company that we used in California, and they were informing us that the container had been targeted for a full inspection by the U.S. Customs. That was the beginning of our headaches. That meant that the container was not going to be on the ship that meant that the container was not going to be on the ship that was assigned, and it also meant that we would pay for that inspection as well as the storage of the container after the inspection if it was not able to get onto any other vessel. Anyway, the lesson that I got from that experience is shit happens. There are things that sometimes are out of one's control. Take a moment, breathe, take it easy, and just go with the punches. There was nothing we could do. So I want to say maybe almost a week later, it was over 7 days, maybe 7-8 days later, we got a call from the shipping company to inform us that the inspection had been complete and the container was ready to get onto another ship for transportation to Africa. So initially it was supposed to have gone through Mozambique or something like that, but it ended up being on a ship that would dock in Durban, South Africa. So the container ended up going that route, and from South Africa, we were not aware of this, but the container was going to be put on the railroad to come to Zimbabwe. Oh my goodness. There was a long delay in between. I want to think part of it is just problems arising from the pandemic, making all the commerce and industry go haywire. Anyway, the container finally was in Durban, and then it was transported by rail, which took quite a bit of time, to Bulawayo. Now, once we got our container off the North American continent, once we confirmed that it was indeed leaving, we got ourselves tickets to go to England because we intended getting cars from the UK. Why? Because the cars there are right-hand drives, just like what Zimbabwe has. I just did not want to deal with a left-hand drive car here. It's too complicated for me to figure out which side of the road I am, and just being able to drive in the same, being in the same position as everybody else who's driving. So that's what we did. We got our cars in the UK. We also arranged for the shipping. A little bit of delay occurred there as well. This time, maybe it was about 4 days, and there was also a change in vessel. But all in all, it was a much smoother process than what happened with our container. So the cars are on the way, the container on the way, and finally the cars and the container arrived. Then the next part of our hurdle, we apparently did not have enough documentation, and it was back and forth with customs for us to get the documentation straightened. That part of the story, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's a long story, but in the end, we got all the papers that were required. We were able to satisfy customs that we were coming to stay, and we we eventually got the approval for us to get the returning resident rebate. So we finally were able to get our container released to us on December 31st. Yes, December 31st. It was a long, how many months? 8 months of these things being on the way. So yes, indeed, we got our container released to us December 31st. We spent New Year's Eve into the early hours of New Year's Day, January 1st, 2021, unloading the container. Thanks to everybody who came up to help. The team was efficient. We were able to get all the stuff, the boxes, loaded into the house, and we've been living out of boxes for a while. But it's good to have my stuff. It's good to have my bed, which is really comfortable. It is. And dishes, pots and pans, curtains, and everything else that has to do with a household. So we got everything. We were lucky there was not much damage because of the change of a container here in Bulawayo. The original container had to go back, but our goods were not released yet by customs. So they moved the goods into a different container, and I think there was a little bit of a leak. So some of the boxes were wet, but my original packing in California was superb. Yes, it was. I had all the boxes lined with plastic, so nothing was ruined. But the boxes, some of them, just a couple, got a little bit wet, but everything else was just perfect. So we have our household goods. Yay, 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 yay. We have our cars. And we are all set. We are here to stay. We are not going anywhere. And we are going to make our retirement the best that we can. Um, the one thing that I'm mindful of is the world is still hurting. There are families that have gone through so much. They've lost loved ones, they've had to deal with loved ones that are ill. I am grateful for good health. I'm grateful for family that has been here with us, helping us set up. I have a little video that I'll share with you of my sister-in-law doing her thing, helping me set up, and my brother helping Mkwenyana, the brother-in-law, set up. It's been really helpful. So family and friends, I am thankful, I am grateful for all the help that you've given us. I shouldn't forget my brother, my young brother, for giving us the car to use. Meanwhile, while we were still awaiting our cars to arrive, and of course my sister-in-law for hosting us. Thank you. I should not forget to mention my sister-in-law and my brother in the UK for working hard to help us find good cars. Thank you so much for all the help. I am forever, forever grateful. Family. What can I say? And to all of you friends, the family that one creates for oneself, thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping us while we were still in America, in Canada, helping us pack, helping us put things together, and sending us off. Although the send-off was a little weird, that we were not able to gather to have a real good send-off because of the pandemic. But I know all of you were wishing us well. I must report we are doing well. We are enjoying ourselves. We are settling here in the motherland. And as the world heals, we look forward to having all of you come and visit. Zimbabwe is beautiful. Zimbabwe has so many places that are waiting for you to see and enjoy. We look forward to having you here on the continent and to have you here in Zimbabwe. Africa is beautiful. Africa is the place to be. Please do not listen to the stories about us living in with the monkeys in the trees and having lions in our backyards. We have cities, we have villages too, yes, but we do not hang out with giraffes and and elephants. They are there. They are free to roam the world in their space, and we can see them, but they're not in our backyards. So you can comfortably come to the cities and enjoy yourselves, and you can go to the rural areas and still have a good time. There are places that are nice outside of the cities that you can still enjoy. So we look forward to having you and sharing the beauty of this country. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. Please share, subscribe, comment, like, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Till the next video, I say bye for now. Mwah. All right, guys. What can one want when you have the 18? Sister-in-law, Makoti, and my daughter, my niece there. They have been the assembly crew.
Yeah, the engineers.
The engineers. Girl power.
Yeah.
They have been putting all the things together, setting the home up. And this is starting this morning. So this is a hardcore, hardworking crew. Hats off to women. I am totally in awe of these two women. I'm so lucky to call them family. Just helping us set up. Oh yeah, by the way. And that's Uncle Jack right there. The man of the day. And of course, my son, my nephew, Kelly, Angel, Agent Kelly, and Uncle Jack, assembling the fridge, now working on the stove, and getting all the electronics. He's our electrician. Seriously, our electrician, doing his craft. I am in total awe of this team. Thank you. This is what it means to have family. So there he is, putting the final touches to the fridge that he, in essence, dismantled and put it back together again because it was too big to pass through the doors and all that. So here I am being set up at home. It's been a long 2 days. But this is 2021, starting off on a good footing.
Which room are we in today?
So this is the dining room.
All right.
You're working in the dining room today. Day 2 of putting the curtains on. My murora day, makoti. Oh my goodness. Mkwenyan, don't rub shoulders with makoti. There goes the curtains. Day 2. Doing great. I have the A team here today. Working with Malugazan. Wow.